Today I'm reading this book called Celebrating Cinco de Mayo by Carolyn Otto. Every year in Mexico and in the United States, we celebrate Cinco de Mayo with fiestas, music, and dance. Cinco de Mayo means the 5th of May in Spanish. The day marks the 1862 victory of the Mexican army over much stronger French forces in the Battle of Puebla. In the U.S., it has become a joyous celebration of Mexican culture. Cinco de Mayo is sometimes confused with Mexico's Independence Day. Mexico has declared its independence from Spain on the 16th of September in 1821. But the newly independent country has problems. Mexico owed money to many other countries that wanted to take advantage of Mexico's land and resources. Mexico even had to fight a war against the United States and lost almost half of its territory. It was a hard time in Mexican history. The president of Mexico asked for more time to repay the money and rebuild his country. Everyone agreed with him except for France. France sent troops across the Atlantic Ocean to Mexico. French soldiers then marched across the country. They met the Mexican army at Puebla, Mexico near Mexico City, which is the capital. The French had more soldiers than Mexicans, and they had better weapons and fancy uniforms, but the Mexican army fought hard. In the end, the Mexicans defeated the French. Every year in Puebla and elsewhere, we recreate the famous battle. Some of us pretend to be the French troops, and some of us pretend to be the Mexican soldiers. We march in parades to show how the armies marched long ago. In the United States, we have parades too. We celebrate our culture with lots of music and dancing. Boys wear cowboy hats or sombreros, and girls wear dresses with ruffled skirts. Mothers braid their girls' hair with ribbons, red, white, and green, which are the colors of the Mexican flag. We ride on floats covered with tissue paper flowers in the United States. We entertain the crowd with special cars called lowriders. Some of us ride on special lowride bicycles too. Mariachi bands may march with us, or they might stop to play songs for the people lining the streets. We sometimes perform traditional dances in their colorful uniforms. There are so many kinds of music from Mexico. Traditional rancheria, banda, mariachi. Too many to name. We also have American pop music, hip-hop, and classic rock and roll. In the United States, it is easy to tune our radios to your favorites. Sometimes we make our own music too. Our parades lead us to gatherings in city parks, auditoriums, and playgrounds. Some places hold big festivals. We have crafts, games, and learn about Mexican traditions. We have exciting things to see. Everything from Florco dancers to Chihuahua fashion shows and races. One of our favorite games is to hit a piñata. A piñata can come in many shapes. It is hollow so that it can be filled with treats. A blindfolded boy or girl is given a stick or a bat to hit the piñata. Most often they miss, but then finally someone will break the piñata and candy flies everywhere. And we eat at the festivals. We buy tacos, burritos, fried churros, and even lemonade. All sorts of good food. But for many of us, the real feast will come later. In the evenings, we go home with our families. Our fathers and mothers have strung white lights in our backyards. We get together with our grandparents, our aunts and uncles, and even our cousins. Picnic tables are loaded with food. We eat Mexican food, which is beans, rice, and chicken in a spicy dark sauce called moles. We have tamales. We have burritos and carne asada, which is the thinly sliced beef cooked on a grill. Everything is very special. We celebrate Cinco de Mayo to remember the victory of the Battle of Puebla so long ago. We celebrate our determination and our willingness to face European forces much stronger than ours. Every year on Cinco de Mayo, we celebrate our heritage, our roots, and our culture. We are proud, and we remember to shout, Viva Mexico, long live Mexico. Thank you so much for reading this book with me. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Have a great time.